Hey, welcome back to another video, guys. Today we're going to talk about how you're going to impress your drill sergeants in basic training. First, we're going to start off with what you can do today to get ready for basic training to impress those drill sergeants once you do get there. Next, we're going to talk about what you can do at basic training to impress your drill sergeants. But before we get into that, let's talk about the why. Why would you want to impress your drill sergeants? Well, I'll tell you. So when you get to basic, the drill sergeants have a folder for every soldier that's on the post. And they put notes in these folders as you go along. So positive notes and negative notes. So you want to stand out as being a good soldier, so they write positive notes in there. And the more you have, the higher chance you have of ranking up at the end of basic training. Because a few of the soldiers get promotions at the end of basic, and you get your folder back to see all those notes that they put in there. So that's something to keep in mind while you're there. So what can you do today to get prepared and get ready to impress those drill sergeants when you get there? My first advice is be good at PT. My first positive experience with a drill sergeant was in week 3 when we were out doing afternoon PT at 1600, and my drill sergeant was out there. He was working out with us, and he had a competition on doing push-ups and doing a 2-mile run, and I won the competition, and I even beat the drill sergeant in the 2-mile run. So he was super impressed with me, shook my hand, and that was my first time really getting noticed positively by a drill sergeant. So I recommend getting out there and start doing PT. Get good at push-ups, start running, just get fit overall. Do those events, the 6 ACFT events, and really get good at those. I trained a lot before basic, so when I got there, I had the highest PT score in my platoon. I had the fastest mile time. While others were reading letters and writing letters home, me and a group of friends started doing PT at night when we got released on our free time, and this showed a sense of leadership and that we really cared and wanted to be there. So that impressed the drill sergeants, and I believe that's one of the reasons I became a platoon leader later, a couple weeks later. My second piece of advice is know your chain of command. So know the rank structure, the officer and enlisted side. Also, really important, know the soldier's creed. You will get tested on this multiple times, and just by yourself too. So when you go to eat chow, they make you recite the soldier's creed every single time. So make sure you know it. Start practicing it every day. Start practicing the soldier's creed right now. If you need to look at it a couple times, do that, but start practicing the soldier's creed. You will get time to do this at basic and learn it, but if you do it now and go there prepared, knowing it on day 1, you're going to stand out from the crowd and you're really going to impress the drill sergeants. If you want to go above and beyond, I also recommend knowing the Army values and the Army song, but those aren't required. You say those with the rest of your platoon a couple times, but you're not going to get tested on those. So what do you do when you get to basic training? Well, my first piece of advice is sound off. No matter where you are, what you're doing, when somebody asks you a question, yell with a purpose and say, yes, drill sergeant, no, drill sergeant, moving, drill sergeant. Just do it loudly. The louder you are, the better. Use your diaphragm and not your voice, because you will lose your voice if you do that. But you're really going to impress the drill sergeants if you sound off and you're loud. When you're loud, it shows that you're motivated, you want to be there, you're not scared, so the drill sergeants will leave you alone, they won't smoke you, and you'll leave a positive impression on them. The second piece of advice is move with a purpose. So what that means is really run and sprint wherever you're going. It shows a sense of motivation, and if you're not doing it, the drill sergeants will stop you and smoke you. So I recommend moving with a sense of purpose no matter where you're going. Just make sure you're moving fast, and the drill sergeants won't smoke you. It'll leave a positive impression that you're not a shitty soldier. So definitely make sure to sound off and move with a purpose no matter what you're doing. Another thing you learn in basic training is DNC, which is drill and ceremony. This is pretty much your marching, so forward march, column left, column right. Eventually you'll learn counter column, which is pretty difficult for the new guys. But if you go to RSP, which is the Recruitment Sustainment Program that's offered to National Guard members before they go to basic, you have a chance of learning this. You can also find this on YouTube and learn to do this on your own, but you do have a competition in week 7 or 8 on DNC, and if you win that competition, it's very impressive for your drill sergeant. You will stand out and possibly get a coin. I can do a video on RSP if you guys want. Just let me know in the comments. I'll let you guys know everything that goes on there, and I can go there myself and get some videos of what you do exactly in RSP. A couple other things that will help you, but nobody tells you, is learning how to make the bed. So when you go to basic, they will teach you how to make your bed, and if you don't make it properly, it will get flipped. They'll flip your entire bed, the mattress and everything, the sheets. So they'll teach you how to make it, and you have to have those crisp corners. If you don't, it's getting flipped. But I definitely recommend looking up on YouTube how to make your bed when you go to basic. There's a specific way they want it made, and you have to make it every morning after you wake up, or else your shit's gonna get tossed. That happened quite often to a lot of people in my platoon. So just to round up, guys, make sure when you go to basic you sound off, you're loud, make you stand out from all the quiet people and the people that get smoked for not doing that. Make sure you move with a purpose, no matter where you're going. Make sure you're jogging or running, showing a sense of motivation. Make sure you practice PT now, and you get really good at push-ups and running and all the different events. Start doing some pull-ups if you can't do pull-ups. Just get into good shape, so when you're there, you stand out and you get to go to the best soldier competition, which I got to go at the end. That'll really look good on your resume, your Army resume. Finally, make sure you know your chain of command, so how the rank structure works with enlisted and officer side. Make sure you know the soldier's creed, the general orders, and if you want to go above and beyond, the Army song and the Army values. If you do all these, you have a higher chance of standing out positively in front of your drill sergeants and becoming a squad leader, getting a promotion at the end of basic training, and being recognized at graduation at basic training in front of your family members and everybody else. So those are my tips. If you guys have any questions or video suggestions on what you guys want to see, let me know that in the comments below, and I will catch you guys in the next video.